Turnabout Academy. Honestly, with how anime this series is, I'm surprised it took this long to go to high
a
school.
prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Oh shit. Oh shit. But well. Ding dong, bing bong. It's a battery. It's a wait. Oh fuck. It's a body. What's the? A body has been discovered. That's the line. Oh no! I'm gonna be late. Athena goes to high school apparently. Phew! Finally. So this is it. The illustrious Hope's Peak Academy. The Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors get their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from this school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting there 30 minutes late. At least it's not our business today. After all, today's their school festival. October 24th, 1:29 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. First floor hallway. Wow, this place has a school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start. But where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. October 24th, 1:33, Themis Legal Academy. The lecture hall. Third floor. So I was on the first floor, now I'm on the third. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Athena, over here. Hey, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. Also, wait. Why is Apollo normal again? Didn't Apollo leave? When is this in the timeline? Is this before or after the first trial? It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice. It seems Professor Cordy? I'm just call it Court. Professor Court has yet to arrive. What the? Oh, unprofessional. I want to read that line again. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice. It seems Professor Cordy has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors of our esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her write I will not... Oh, who do we have here? He is a statue man. Oh, right. You haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes. You must be the young lady. Mr. Wright, was telling me about you. I am Aristotle Means. Interesting name. A professor at this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer's course. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you, too.
How wonderful! Such vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star.
I hate that. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary, though. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we gonna do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about?
Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office.
Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Juicy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised.
Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then.
Thank you, Professor.
Now, does anyone have any questions?
Oh, I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school?
What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seek to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. It's not like, lawyers or prosecutors end up becoming judges. That's not how that works at all. That's stupid.
Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law.
Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession.
You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor.
Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want.
Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today?
Yeah, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Cordy.
It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that.
Professor Cordy, she is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual.
Oh, so that's who's late.
From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture.
A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve?
Why, it involves various skills that makes a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium. How to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory!
Uh-huh. Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again?
What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what it takes in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we'll select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case off that.
Oh, a one-on-one battle. How thrilling.
So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar. But if the other student wins, I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise.
A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for... I'm gonna wait to see who it is, and then we read the line. Wait. History. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly. Since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech, would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you?
My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. Oh, but what about Professor Corti? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper.
Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper Woods, is that you? Huh? Okay, so this is before case 1. Then, Athena, I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe.
Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence.
We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, we live close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. But why wouldn't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There was one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed.
Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today.
I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place?
What? Really?
Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here.
No fair. I want to see the mock trial, too.
Sorry. I'm gonna let Apollo pull that, I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. I'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention.
Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor.
Oh. There was definitely lawnmower. I'm gonna let the lawnmower go by. How are people doing? Yeah, I can see it on the waveform. I can't hear it. I don't have a way to hear the stream. But that is very steady on that waveform. Well, it's not a waveform. It's just like a scale thing. But you guys can't see what I'm seeing. You're crazy. Lawn. Screw it, I'm just gonna keep going.
Still no Professor Corti. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
Legal Academy, first floor hallway. Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you.
Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside.
Oh, well, we better go have a look. Seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall.
Okay.
There's definitely gonna be some floor shenanigans. Outdoor stage.
Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom.
Wait, Athena.
behind the witness stand. What? Oh, shit. Ah! Professor Courtney, can you hear me, Professor? Wait, that's who we're supposed to be meeting with? It looks like our meeting's been canceled. For us. No way. This can't be real. Oh, hello, Shailene. Hello, a D&D buddy, a Pathfinder buddy. Hello. I be reading the Ace Attorneys and practicing my octing. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate. Are my alerts working? That should come up when someone follows. Hello. Oh, you saw it? I didn't see if it came up. I always miss that. Yeah. I just be acting. Someone is dead now. I have not played this game before, so it's interesting. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? Oh, this is the only one you finished? God, I've seen someone play the first 3 like 11 times. I played the 4th one, and now I'm playing this one. I've also seen Great Ace Attorney. So I'm going to be streaming my reaction to this one and the 6th one. This one's pretty fun so far. I like Athena a lot. It's no big deal, as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But, okay, you're the boss. Any ideas? In addition to checking the body, we should also check the area around it. But we don't have much time. Check only what you can. Nervous, Athena? Yes, I mean, no, Apollo didn't bat an eye at the Alderman's body during the case in Ninetail's Vale. I can't let him show me up. I can do this. Just take a deep breath and focus. So, Professor Cordy was... Yep. The professor I was here to meet with, turns out, she wasn't running late after all. How awful. Here she was lying, and we thought she was late. What was that you were saying before, boss? You never finished. Huh? Oh, that. Don't worry. I'll find you in... later. But right now, let's focus on the investigation, okay? Okay, sure. The suspense is killing me. Examine. We should start by studying the body. I wonder what's the best angle for this. Anything from this angle? No, not really. The body. Yeah, it's not great. That is an awful way to go. Perhaps one of the worst. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, I guess I better get used to this stuff. Stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. Oh, what do we have here? A book? I guess it fell out of her chest pocket. But wait, what if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Cordy. No, don't! It looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to be the same word marked, same sword mark printed on it at that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. There's an arrow stuck in our side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murderer? Here? So, that makes us heir of the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right, but where could the killer have shot her from? And the stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath, and then take a good look. Well, now that you mentioned it, there's no blood around it. Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Cordy was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's definitely possible. Notice anything, Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, that's not exactly a lot to go on. I think that's probably all we're going to find out from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene, just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese. Cheese? And I thought I was the one with a twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard? There were possibly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Arts Club had made them. There were 2? And then that thing over there is the remains of another statue. This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald? Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Excuse me. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus She-Devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the She-Devil's Black Heart? Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than the discovery of a murder victim's body? But, we're talking about my friend Juniper here. She'd never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing. Even if it's a third-rate tabloid material. Court record. I wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? You know, that suit does kind of remind me of, it's like a more purplish tone of
Edgeworth's suit.
Oh, what a puzzle this is.
Mr. Wright, Athena.
Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Mr. Wright, Athena! Listen, something's big happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus.
That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Cordy dead behind the witness stand over there.
What? Can you show me? What in the...
We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police gets here...
No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same.
Oh, it's a double murder?
God, it's the third case in a high school murder thing. We really are in Danganronpa. Oh God, oh no. Not Danganronpa.
Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean.
It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood... It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it?
Bum ba ba bum. The whole school is in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police.
Yes, boss.
Ugh, I can't believe this is happening.
I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Athena, Athena, there you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm a student council president, after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be She used to be kind of sickly and shy.
Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? 7 years ago. Oh, this is just like the last game, 7 years. Yes, I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask you why you seem so distant. Remembering how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm a student council president now. And as the student council representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge course, to boot. Yes, and Professor Corti has been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right. Professor Corti was the professor in charge of Junie's course.
Constance Cordy.
What sort of teacher was Professor Corti? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra. She used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope, in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Cordy chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, she's going to be accused of murder because she wrote the script? Oh, thank you. But now, Professor Cordy is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday, we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. That's that good shit. Hell yeah, that's that good shit. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Well, you guys think of everything. Must be odd getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Cordy and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details. Yep, you're gonna get framed for murder. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way, the defense and prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. If you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing. Huh? Who said that? If you think that's all she... what the heck? I know people love the blue boy here. Juniper... let's do something kind of like that. Juniper's genius doesn't stop at a brilliant script. Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as a defendant, man! I think I found a rival to my cords of steel. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? Oh, look at that. A bot. Die. Goodbye. As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely. You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on a test. Ugh, most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with this hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's total rude introduction. Sorry. Now, here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No, with the sincerity. So he makes pottery too. And what's that brace-like contraption for? I absolutely will kill it. Should we someone? I missed that line. Janisha has made some unusual friends. These two are the lawyer and prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act in toy love triangle centered on campus She-Devil Juniper Woods? God, I hope that lawnmower outside isn't too distracting. That's why I've been trying to mess with my game. A level-headed yeah, I just read this. Newspaper I read. She-Devil Blackheart. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on, your role's way beyond that. That's right! The mock trial's just the start! Fuck. I hit a button. That's right! The mock trial's just the start! She's also the school festival's main event! Live on... Fuck, I keep hitting the button. Oh, fuck, she's just going now. Wait. I hit autoplay, fuck. That's what happened. You can't... Oh, you can't hear the lawnmower? That's good. I'm glad my messing with the gain worked. Main event. Live on stage! Juniper Woods! And the crowd goes bananas! Wow! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie's singing? On stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. Good performance. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you're always good at that kind of thing. It kinda looks like... God, the singer lady, I don't remember her name, because she had a weird name. But it kinda looks like the singer lady, from the last game. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up to the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh, so you're a fan of the night sky, then? Oh, Apollo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, he and I go way back, who really got me interested in space. I'd have no idea who you could be referring to. Wait, you had friends when you were young? It's killing me surprised. Ugh. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. I think she's angry. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure I... No! You can do it! That's right. Oh, actually, fuck it. I want to give him a nerdy voice. That's right. And anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. Maybe that Themis-hailed article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, who won? So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake trial. It ended up right before the verdict. Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man! I bet I would've won! But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some... God, what do I want to... I'm very indecisive of what I want to do with them, because there's so many different ways. We'll settle things some other time. It's something like that. And I assure you, I will... No, that's too accenty. We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you, I will win, I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen! I don't think so! I hope they don't end up hurting each other. I hope they don't... Whatever. Oh, don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famed Themis Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So, what exactly is this proof of friendship, anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. Inviolable. It's not something to be put on cheaply on display. Proof! We don't need stinking proof! 3 of us are friends forever! I can hear discord in their voices, too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? We're friends. Really, we're friends. Believe us. Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright, then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right there where you are, don't move a muscle. Everyone stay right there, don't move a muscle! Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong? Well, if it isn't my little lawyer friend, sorry. But the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Cordy. What? What? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too. Aha! So you're the lawyers the dispatch said were the first on the scene. I can tell you everything, but I will say this. There are 2 major reasons for her arrest. Number 1, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't... And number 2, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this on the suspect's pocket. Huh, why there's blood on it? That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing. But it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. But Junie, I have to do something. I can't let them take away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Toodles.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
I like the anime bits in this game. They're fun. I hate to interrupt your bonding time, but... Aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Ripe's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered the professor. Athena. Apollo. Thank you both. I'm counting on you. We've got your back, Junie. Oh, the animated bits? Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is the first game they did the animated bits, and I'm surprised we're getting as much as we did, because animation is expensive. We're getting like 2-3 animated bits a case, which is, in my opinion, a lot. So I'm very grateful. In the Great Ace Attorney, they didn't have nearly as many animated bits, so I wish they kept it up. I think this game probably has the most. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help you with whatever you need. Oh, I have my thing on. So let's get right on the case. Right. It is expensive, but as popular as Attorney is over in Japan, they could afford it. I don't know what their budget is. That's the weird thing about video games is like sometimes you can have a really successful game but a shit budget. But like it's a Capcom thing, so I don't know how much Capcom gave the Ace Attorney. Like I'd go complain to Capcom, I guess. At this point, I would just like a new Ace Attorney game. It's been so long since we had one. It took like 10 years just to get them all translated into English. Right. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Like that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. Hugh! That was totally rude! And you're not the only one on the case, man! I'm in it too! Big time! Juniper Woods! I'm gonna save you! Now that those two are gone, let's go back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly. But without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Also, I'm just now noticing that my chat box is ugly as hell. Hopefully that'll be nicer. I need to reset it. No! I didn't know Clavier was in this game! Exactly, but without the scripts or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help, your forehead. Oh my god, Gavin is here! That's what the maroon was! Hell yeah! Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Hell yeah. You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me, or... Well, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fräulein. I'm Clavier Gavin. Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. Also, they didn't quite get the shading right on his face. It's a little uncanny. That happened to Chusey. He is too cute for no reason. Yeah, I love Clavier. He's a pretty boy. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gaviniers. I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago. And you want his autograph? That's what happens when the company won't give enough money. Yeah, that's just how it be. Apollo is also a delight. Apollo's great. Forgive me, Fräulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as a rock star prosecutor, Clavier Gavin. Oh, okay. That one, then. She's a lively one, eh, your forehead? Didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of my Write Anything agency. That's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. A pleasure to meet you, Athena Sykes. Now that intro's out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me. Ja, for your forehead? I honestly thought that Gavin was a forgotten character to the annals of Ace Attorney. So I'm so glad he's back. I love his theme music. So what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited? And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviniers are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded, which was a shame, by the way, really. Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Forehead. Are you getting the one guy in jail, or...? Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned... I see you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. Two big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fräulein. And they were so big and magnificent, too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is... my long-awaited reunion for my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was... Professor Cordy. Was the one who taught me how to think about the law. Oh, Gavin law. That's legal? That's legal in Ace Attorney? Gavin law? So, Constance Cordy was your professor here at the Academy? She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying, the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty, and always revered what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh, no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? Though, I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Cordy. Exactly. So, as you can see, we are both joined in purpose. So to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Forehead? I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch her killer. Drink some water. Mock trial reenactment. All rise. Athena, you're on trial. Ah, I love this. Ah, I love this. This bit's cute. Right, the stage is ready, and our forehead ready to rock. No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, the only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fräulein, we'll need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like prosecuting a real case. You, Forehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Just bien, let's get it started. Defendant/judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for a reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I like to call the mock trial. Sure, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. A chung, baby! It's a no-holds-barred! Let's rock! Aw, can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. This really is the dark ages of law. Oh, we're just interesting. It's still like an investigation. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, Fräulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. Athena is lovely. I wish we kept getting Athena games. I really want... It's kind of that same thing of, like, I'm a Gohan like in Dragon Ball Z and want him to be, like, the new main character forever. But, so I want Athena to be the new main character forever. But the Goku slash Phoenix Wright lovers, it's like, no, I hate change. Phoenix Wright needs to be the main character forever. And I'm like, boo. Literally the only way the great Ace Attorney could get away with not doing Phoenix Wright is by literal fucking time travel. Well, not time travel, but you know. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh, me. Oh, my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you! That's some seriously bad acting, Fräulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Cordy who was posed as the corpse. That's why they should make spin-offs like Apollo Justice. Well, the thing is, Apollo Justice isn't a spin-off. Apollo Justice is a sequel trilogy. Because it's, like, directly follows the timeline. The Great Ace Attorney is the spin-off. But more unrelated games with Athena would be great. Like, let's have her go back to Europe and do some things in Europe. You never know. Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, oh, the green sweatsuit. That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important. That one. Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along... Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon and arrow and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right. And therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right, let's see. Oh yeah, you said, a frail coward used her bare hands to stab a professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen, holding a bow in the archery club room, which was a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Nine, Forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Order! Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? I was just trying to get into, like, my Euro Rocker. I was just trying to get into it, like Mr. Euro Rocker said. Unlike some others who just wanted to win, yeah. So the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place? Hence the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edge of the victim's wound was unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. So the true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? An awl, you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely, Fräulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder took place on the 3rd floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area around the storehouse right around the art room. And a cart used to carry balls around was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. Jumbo, yeah? It's big enough to fit a person, or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That's how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say! A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no sign of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer, an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad, where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the owl's stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope. It seemed like the teacher, who was playing the judge, was satisfied too. Time for the finale, then. Your verdict, if you please, Fräulein Judge. Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial there. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Mock trial! A chung, baby. The prosecution's already got a witness sized up, too. That was quick. Prosecutor's black quill is almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, it's like I said. I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Cordy. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, and as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. Taking puppos out. Go have fun with the puppos. I always thought prosecutors were all rather a scary bunch. But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating, too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right, looks like we have our work cut out for us. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, quote record. Fine. Search the entire campus. Okay, that's fair enough. Oh yeah, who are my people so far? 23, 34, 16, 45, 47. Yeah, they're all 18. That makes sense. 825 now. Yeah, it's been a year. God, Blackwell is so fucking edgy. Yes, I see. Yeah. Yes, I see. Yes. I've seen you in the lawyer's. I've seen. God, I don't want to know. I don't know what I want to do for Hugh O'Connor. He's very much in my range, but like he's kind of in between two different voices. I don't know if I should make him a loser or make him kind of cool. I don't want to make him too cool though, because he is a loser. Let's go the hallway. Ah, Mr. Wright. Uh-oh. I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in.
I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The ends justify the means.
What do you mean, the ends justify the means?
Professor Means always say what I mean. And I mean what I say by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results.
Oh, so he sucks. Oh, are you the murderer? Because you kind of suck.
You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not?
Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly.
Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all possible means.
Sure I want to prove her innocent. Sure I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of the end justify the means part.
Well, you are still young and idealistic. It is no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense.
You're going to take up her case, Professor Means?
I may be a professor, but I'm still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in court.
No kidding. So you guys were rivals or something?
No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Corty and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class.
Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it.
Now, if you would excuse me, I'd just go discuss the case with Juniper.
Professor Means, please, wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take on our case. It's true. Juniper's counting on us to prove her innocence.
Really now? You two?
And when were you planning on telling me? I'm sorry, boss. I know we should have asked you first, but...
Relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions. And I think you made the right one. Wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justify the means strategy, come see me at once.
Let's hope it never comes to that.
Now, if you would excuse me.
He is definitely the murderer. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna turn my gain up a bit more, because now the lawn people are gone, and now I don't have to be so close to my mic the whole time.
Well, time's a wasting. You better start investigating, and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far?
Yes, please! About the murder. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching for the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well, they'll probably find the art room, but you know, I read that wrong. Well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Oh yeah, I just read this, no big deal, we'll leave it like we found it, plus... No, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. I honestly do like Phoenix Wright in like a mentor position. That's very fun. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The Dark Age of Law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means? Aw, it's fucked up, hell yeah. To survive the Dark Age of Law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's why they're preaching there. That's what they're preaching here at the Themis Legal Academy. But, what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second, but what if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence? I think that wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay. I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Let's go back outside. See what's over here. I thought the area was cornered off. But hey, the police are discussing something over there. Ooh, I know. Just sit quietly. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Athena, watch where you're... What the... Huh? What the hell? Ouch! Who put a stupid box here? Wait... Apollo, this box, there's... What now? There's someone or something inside. Don't let it be a snake! What? So I see a skirt, so I believe this is female. So I kind of want to give it a solid snake voice. Otacon, you moron just blew my cover. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with the solid snake. What the? There really is someone inside. Oh, this is definitely a solid snake reference. Otacon, that someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box?
Sir, it's my favorite. It's the fate of who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Otacon.
I'm trying to do the Solid Snake voice. It's hard. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too?
Sis. You really want Otacon. Otacon.
Fuck, I need to...
Well, like, 42, yes, so 42. That's a hell of a bullet. Damn it, hater. You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't.
Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. Miriam Scuttlebutt. It's definitely a girl, but this is funnier. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be a classmate with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers?
Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. For tomorrow's trial.
For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna take the stand, naturally.
Oh no, you're a witness? Of course you're a witness. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box.
This disguise is how I get my scoops. But you're right, it's me. Just tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake.
Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said.
A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time?
I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, ba. Yeah, I didn't mean to hit that again. I can't see anything by the eyes. Taking the stand tomorrow. So that's probably not a lie. I mean, everything you know. It's probably for Juniper's sake that's gonna be the lie. Yeah. The hands.
Gotcha!
That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said, for Juniper's sake. It's like you're subconsciously tensed up because you're lying.
What are you talking about? When did I ever lie?
Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness?
That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets.
Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, it's only a one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table.
And
this is evidence here. An extra edition of the Themis Herald, published to the coincidence to the mock trial.
oh, I gotta be careful with that voice. If I go too hard. Thanks, Miriam. You revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interest in mind.
What? Are you questioning our friendship?
Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. Yeah, probably this. This was bad-mouthing Junie. That's the Thames Herald, the paper I published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already? If you just give me the info you have, stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you. Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hid in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No, duh. She's the target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra! The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president! Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in her crime. I'm going to tell it all in the shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. The end justifies the means? Wait a second. In the dark ages of law, many of us embrace Professor Mean's method, and even future judges. I've even adopted an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over campus, secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? And one of them was the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You want to know? You really want to know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to. Like I'd really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in the courtroom tomorrow. So mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? And what do you mean by fatal fissure? A rift in the trio. Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be? They still seem to get along fine to me. I did sense some discord, though. You know, you don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers and Professor Corti has hers. The influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seen in the light in the courtroom tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is. Ugh, we're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of what we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Well, I've made my decision. With that voice. It's a shitty Solid Snake impression. Otacon. Don't you know, Otacon? Oh ho ho. So this is the maintenance area? Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. Which means they would have dropped the body right there. The body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right. And then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then... there's something else here. Oh, you're back. I need to go prepare for a session. You have a great rest of your stream. Blah, blah. Thank you, Shailene. Thank you for dropping by. Have a good session. Ba-ba-bo. Hey, it's Robin. Whoa! You scared the crud out of me! Yikes, right back at you. So what are you doing out here? I'm working out, so I can become strong enough to save Juniper! But I'm so worked up. My training base is almost breaking at the seams! Oh, right. The girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her. Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men voices of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry, I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible, that is. Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem. Ask away. Keep 'em coming, man! Ouch. My ears ache already. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club! The Fine Arts Club? Looks like broken pottery or plaster. There's supposedly 2 statues on the stage. Nicole hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Arts Club had made them. Yep, I read this. Bingo Fräulein, yep. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did, both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man! It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Cordy if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Cordy was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said, the only good results is the truth. That and the only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on your guy's side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, and you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel. Aw, man! Why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name, you'll see. The 3 of us had a dream! We swore we'd make it happen together! Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the 3 of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of law, ha! We're gonna put a nail in its coffin, man! Wow, you guys swore to do that. But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it! School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid, holier-than-thou school! A tough legal academy. Even with even tougher rules. Ginny will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the 3 of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. That it? I'm just searching the campus more. There's no examine. I haven't really looked. No, I still can't rotate anything. They cut the rotating feature, which is depressing. An unceremonious cancellation. That's actually pretty funny. Why are his hands glowing? What the? His hands are glowing. Ooh, that's sussy baka. Is there anywhere else to go? Go back to the lecture hall? Ooh, okay, that was correct. Good. Themis Legal Academy. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh!
Oh, it's you too. Do you want something?
Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating on your own.
Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper.
You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you?
Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime that unless... No one could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script, or wrote it. But, look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than any you two, so just leave it to him.
There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little about yourself?
Whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace at the archery club, needless to say. I never miss my mic. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too.
How can you even say that with a straight face?
Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind.
I heard you the first time. But what about the mock trial? It sounds like you were about to lose to Robin.
There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body.
You saw the body?
Right. I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory.
Huh. Would you mind telling us a little more about that?
Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall.
Your attention, please. It's a recap of the announcement. Mock trial is starting. Mock trial will begin. All faculty and students pretend to the
That's right. There was an announcement that everyone came in here.
The only exception were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door.
Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment.
Actually, there's for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage.
So that's when you saw the body?
Right. I was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if I hadn't been for that.
Wait, hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this?
Where'd you get that?
So this article is the Themis Herald is true? The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie?
Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off.
He really wanted to win that bad? But bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. But could their love for Junie really be that strong?
Thanks for sharing the important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good.
because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry. We'll prove Juniper's innocence. You'll see. I can't see you. I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? Well, I think we've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh, wait! We haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center.
Detention center. I'm in the detention center.
Bow. Thena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Thena, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting down her guard. The script. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Cordy and I. Nothing we haven't already heard so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. Ooh, I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Cordy noticed it immediately and changed it back. So if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love for Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. I never knew Junie was so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't give any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. I was wondering about the awl you had on you when you were arrested. Detective Fulbright, we found this in Inspector Suspect's pocket. Oh, why? There's blood on this. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing. Real fishy. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Cordy and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. And we've got nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any link to it. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red color on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it was probably just paint. But that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Thena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key in the awl with what looked like blood on it. A key? In the awl? Professor Cordy normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club advisor. And since the key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the prop should be realistic, so... The awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it? I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too. But let's not jump the gun on this. You and Professor Cordy were busy prepping for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about to run out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you're innocent tomorrow. I know. And I believe in you, Thena. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still, what is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know what friends I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's trouble in one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The only friend I could possibly think you're talking about is your mom. Anyway. The victim, Professor Constance Courtney, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no. The mock trial ended up right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo, and he's the king of being fine. Only hour 45. We can keep going. Alright. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran the full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time.
So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is terribly brutal, and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction.
There's that the end justifies the means concept again.
Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The ends justify the means.
I wish he'd stop saying that. What's your method, Professor? I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. That's your method.
But, Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me. It's a different chapter, but I still did it this stream. Seeking justice. But if the trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I?
My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn your own inefficiency the hard way.
Ugh. Forgive me, Professor Means, but we can just leave it at that.
Oh dear. Please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can.
I do too, but
Now, if you would excuse me.
thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before.
Don't let it get to you, Athena. Don't forget
to keep smiling. I'll be fine. And I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said.
Just checking something.
Right. The worst of times when lawyers have to face their biggest smiles. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force it. Yep. The trial is about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright. Leave it to me. That's right. I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hand. I won't rest until she walks free. Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session. All rise.
Court is now in session for trial of Juniper Woods.
Blah. Athena Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Your baldness.
I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement? Oh!
This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness.
Whoever's got that idea, bailiff, please call our first witness.
Now we don't even get an opening statement?
I mean, hey, efficiency, I'm for it.
Detective Fulbright. He and Professor Blackwell have become quite the team.
All right, the case brief. Leave it to me. Less the detective in charge, everyone's favorite fiend of justice. Explain.
What was that just now? Like, he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking.
All right, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Corty's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this awl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it.
Yes! Autopsy report. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too. Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it.
Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So, the body has been moved from the art room to the stage. Precisely. And there was one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording?
Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. But why is this the first we've heard of the death threat at the moment of the murder?
Shush! Silence, please. I would like to play the tape for you now.
You're a goner.
It is quite hard to hear.
But the voice does sound female.
The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice prints analysis of all button. The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible.
Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant?
Not so fast. After all, the voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved?
Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around.
Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one had reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during the time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body.
So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body.
Wait one moment. If all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body?
There wouldn't have been anyone.
Have no fear, for there is always an exception.
An exception?
The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial.
What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust.
I don't like where this is heading, Athena. Me neither.
By those 3, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods.
I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say.
In justice we trust, and taken everyone who understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female, and of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility.
No! Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations. You can at least pretend to be upset for me.
A splendid job, Fulbright. You cannot be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month.
I don't do this for money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust.
Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
No, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. Otacon. So, our first witness is a cardboard box. Yeah. Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my! The box has hands! Otacon. Smile, Your Honor! What in the dickens? I've just had my picture taken. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Otacon. Juniper's been a bad, bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes. Might I ask, whether you could come out of the box? How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter. Oh, but testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence onto them. Oh my! I had never thought of it that way. Very well. If it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto. How can the judge believe in that load of crock?
Now your testimony, please. But take care not to reveal your face. Otacon, the murder happens exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Corty and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Corty's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive, and the murder is just like her script. The murder is like her script? Oh, could such a thing be true? Compare her script to the murder case and crime scene photos, then you'll see. This is so simple. Even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script. Ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime scene occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope of which use was written, were found. This proves the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. This proves the script had been rejected the day before? She pressed the victim to use her script. An argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing. Oh, that makes perfect sense. I mean, that's all kind of stupid, but it makes sense. What now? Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. He's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth into you. How dare she! My script had it all! Bum rap and phony evidence, grudges and betrayals! Oh, I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness? No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Mike Juniper's mock trial, press. There must be places where the script in this case diverge. Cacock! Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you the wrinkles. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
Huh. Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection!
What did you just say?
Blackwell really turned that one around on you.
Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena.
Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet erected, and the trial mock script. And in the actual case, there were no signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Ugh. Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence.
What a total burn! Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods?
Near the script.
Hold it!
Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand.
I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times.
Shame on you, Miriam.
But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have to uncover a reporter like me failed?
Interesting point. Still. Miss Gilbert, won't you get in trouble later on for admitting to such unhindered tactics?
Why, I plead entrapment.
How was your blurting out your own crime entrapment?
But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper script.
Professor Cordy's sudden decision to not use. Yeah, what's that about? That seems fake. How do you know Professor Cordy was going to use her script? Or wasn't going to?
There in the art room where the heinous crime took place. An envelope marked use and Miriam's Scuttlebutt script were found. Evidently, the script was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of law.
I can't help but feel Professor Cordy went out of her way not to use it.
But Juniper, she used some devious, underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script, and not my masterpiece, was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation?
Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body like the script.
Objection!
Huh. Wary is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary.
Objection!
What did you just say? If he's so wary, we should try humming less. I bet that saves some energy. There's no time for your jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't let him get to you. These canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you.
I shan't repeat myself. So listen carefully, Psych Stunner. Hugh O'Connor's discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as if it's in the script before anyone knew its contents?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you even fathom the intricacies that go onto staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school?
The reporter's testimony throws Attorney Sykes for a loop. The perfect caption. Oh, marvelous. A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand.
In a school paper? Seriously?
I believe you put the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Huh. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours, etch it deep into your... Etch it deep so you may never forget.
No! Oh, even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do? Athena. You should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do. I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look like it was in the script, and that it's beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct?
No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways. What'd I say?
Our client made the crime scene look just like the script? Something known only to her? That would not just be foolhardy, but completely irrational.
What do you mean? Yes, Miss Sykes. Please tell this court what you mean by irrational.
It wouldn't make sense for Ginny to mimic her own script on purpose because it would make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational.
What's wrong with being the same? Yes, Miss Suggs, could you explain what you mean?
Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Wood is the killer. If so, then, what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script?
That's easy. She was admitting that she was the,
That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it'd be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script.
Don't let it get to your head just yet. Huh. It would seem Justice Dono's comrade in arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use.
Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already.
There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak.
Reason? What reason?
Must I spell out everything? Huh. You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case and the script.
No, if the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Huh. Our witness here also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself.
What? What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too?
Precisely. And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled.
Wait, so you didn't call the police?
Nope. Kept it a secret from our big scoop.
You can't do that.
I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box top? Compared to the works of war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was...
Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box? And spin it like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight? That sounds more nauseating than scary.
Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony. Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. Otacon. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. What? Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" Then suddenly she fled into the hallway, as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Cody's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made.
Hold it!
Why did you withhold such key testimony?
What's that supposed to mean?
Athena, you haven't even studied your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is... No, wait, I bet he's already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room before the mock trial? That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body. The prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on. Help!
No, no need to ruffle your own feathers so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out?
No thanks.
You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi. Oh yeah, I do. Otacon. I do. Around the estimated time of death, I was at undercover reporter class. It's right near my home.
Undercover reporter class? The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness cannot be the killer.
A defense must look before leaping. Or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor.
I tried to warn you. Oh. Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down. Huh? No, wait a minute. The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap. Why can't you say you reap what you sow?
Oh, very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events.
Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. My third eye is always eyeing a scoop.
Eyewitness.
She's always eyeing a scoop? We're back to the trenches, bye-bye.
Hold it!
Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo? There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not? I didn't take one. Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body? It's not like I actually saw it, but boy. What the devil? Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again? Nice try, Wonder Boy Wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this. What exactly am I looking at here? It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. Otacon, a photo clearly showing Juniper Woods. God! Why did you not tell me of this? It's a shocking scoop. I was saving it for the right moment. And that would be now, right here in court. Surprise! God, oh, what'd I do? Little journalists keep their scoop secret until the right moment. She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that. I'm pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. Athena, about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? So then, right. Who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place? A completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is, there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this. The route by which the accused escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way, after she fled the dressing room. The accused ascended the first floor and exited the quad. Then what? Then what, Carton Cretin? Then I tripped and fell. Got my knee in my own box. She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult. The body was already there. For Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show the body to someone. Because she wanted to stop the mock trial. But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness.
Oh, the defense has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
It seems Justice Donor has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Phew, guess I pulled that off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box. It's primo cardboard, lovingly selected from among many... Oh, got a phone call. I have returned. Hello. I was gone longer than I thought. But I had a very nice conversation with a friend, so deal with it. What are we doing? Oh yeah, it's Primo Cardboard, lovingly selected from among many. Cock. Tell me another lie or hide another fact from me. And I shall put it to the torch. Otacon, please, anything but that.
I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. All right, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness.
I'm gonna turn my gain down a little bit. Oh, right, I never actually turned down the volume after turning up the gain. Okay, I should be good now. While everyone was in the lecture hall, press! You said you snuck in, but why would you do something like that? Because if I got a big scoop on Juniper, club membership would go through the roof. Right now, the newspaper club has only one member. The club's history once I'm gone. So the Thermos Herald's brand recognition is a matter of life and death. Her means may be questionable, but her motive is surprisingly sound. Extra, extra! Student seeking the thrills and chills of the expose journalism reports to the club room. Oh god, this has been a paid advertisement. Anyway, where was I? Huh? Never took Miriam for such a go-getter. Has asked... I haven't actually looked at the stuff. Paint inside of costume with fluent paint, leave time to dry. So, okay, it wasn't dried yet, maybe. Draw a constellation on outside and make hole patterns according... In the dark, the paint will shine through the holes, bringing the constellation to life. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's been like 20 minutes since I saw that picture. There wasn't a constellation on the top. It was just a blue thing. It's changed into a costume. I asked, what are you doing? Why would she change into that costume? The mock trial was about to begin. How should I know? But if you believe me, take a look at the photo. I captured this critical moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am. But this only shows the back of whoever was fleeing. You expect me to shoot her face when she's running away from me? I guess you're right, but this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. Photo shows Juniper was in a stage costume. Then suddenly she fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. Doesn't mean you had to. That doesn't mean you had to chase her. Got a journalism instinct. I say something fishy, I go after it. But you never did catch up to her, did you? A true undercover journalist gets up and dusts herself off when she stumbles. That reminds me, didn't you fall during the chase when you tripped on your box? A true undercover journalist is always ready to stumble over a great story. Sure, a lot of holes in your story. Or is that just the scuttlebutt brand of journalism? The true undercover journalist always prevails against her adversaries. What would our client have to gain from leading you there? The accused had employed her self-penned script as a manual for murder. Ergo, she had to stop the mock trial before the script's details became public. And that accounts for her desperate attempt to lead our cartoon cretin here, to the body.
Objection!
But as we all know, Miss Scuttlebutt didn't alert the authorities. And as a result, the mock trial began as scheduled.
Objection!
The issue here is not whether it was in fact halted. The fact remains that the accused was trying to lead the witness to the body. Does that not show some clear intent to halt the mock trial? Ugh. I'm positive it was Monica, I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made. She keeps saying that it was Junie, but she didn't actually see the body. Yeah, but Blackwell's assertions takes that into account. So even if I press her on never seeing the body, I won't be able to overturn this testimony? Well, whoever it was that was fleeing, Miriam never did see their face. So I'm wondering why she thought it was Juniper. Also try thinking along the line and see what you come up with. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she made. Present. I want to present this because it didn't have the glowing pattern.
Objection!
Miss Scuttlebutt, sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in this photo is the fact that this shows someone in Miss Wood's staging costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume. So that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut. It's clear cut. No, that's not. That's where you're completely mistaken. What? What? This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume.
Oh my, what a wonderful creation! The constellations are extraordinary.
I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star in the costume in the photo.
Oh, then that means, what exactly?
Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at the scene, which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo is wearing our client's costume inside out.
Oh, but why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that?
Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out.
Utica, wait, you're not suggesting...
That's right. I'm glad you're catching on. The costumes designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out. Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter.
Failures of a reporter.
Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box.
You didn't see nothing.
Objection!
Now, I would have to stop you right there, Psych Stoner. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus.
What do you mean?
Miss Juniper Woods,
Yes,
what were you doing in the morning of the mock trial?
I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent.
What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities?
Not fluoride, fluorescent. As in glowing? The paint would make it glow in the dark.
Yes. So you applied that the inside of the costume, and then?
I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. Inside out? So then...
This is the photo... Blackwell. So this is the photograph of the inside out costume taken in the dark.
As you can see, there was a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. Yeah, that's definitely on Prosecutor Boy's hands in the photo. If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body.
Oh yes, I believe it would.
Indeed. Ergo, the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake, but because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out. Gah. Figures he would have a photo. Ugh, did we just fall into his trap? Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it all planned out. Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look. Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up. It's got some fingies. Check out the chest area. It kind of looks like handprints to me. Hey, you're right. But Junie would know better than to touch it while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term you're describing your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters make mistakes, why not rank amateurs such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically, you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up? Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far. Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though. What? You mean you just been bluffing? What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right. There's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto! A showdown, is it? I'll gladly accept. The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume. And that paint should glow in dark places. So just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. I already looked at this. It's this one. His hands are glowing.
Take that!
A school newspaper.
Interesting. Interesting. Take a look at the photo where the lights are dimmed and the spotlight is on Miss Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hands in that photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing just like Miss Woods' fluorescent paint.
Oh, it is glowing. Quite brightly, I might add.
But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands for the mock trial, you may ask? The answer, he wouldn't. Not on purpose. It got there when he put on the costume.
Oh, that means... What again?
It means the figure photographed in the costume was not our client, Juniper Woods. It was our classmate, Robin Newman.
What?
To think you were actually able to prove that. Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom. So then, does that mean that Robin is our man? I killed him. Well, that's certainly how it looks. Very well. Robin Newman it is. He is here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself. I challenge you to a duel. Where's my water? Sorry, just gotta reach my water. Headphones, come on. Don't fuck me.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
I'm Robin Newman! I want to become a great artist. I practice day and night, yeah! Take some water. No! That's not it! Oh, it's gotta be sincere, man! Gotta be sincere, man!
So, for occupation, should we put down budding artist, or...
No! Themis Legal Academy Senior Prosecutor course! This place is proof of my masculinity. I've been training to be a prosecutor for 18 years.
assume you'll be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today?
Ah! Oh, man! Ah,
Oh, it seems the witness has finally settled down.
I guess nothing faces the judge after all these years.
You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you had fluorescent paint on your hands.
Why I touched the costume. I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there. When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin was on! It was about to fall on me! I got that paint on me when I caught it. But I never put it on! That's just stupid!
Hold it!
Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness.
Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but...
No! Not again. What's his problem? Did his teeth clip through his lips for a second? Guys, that's like absolutely not a thing that should happen. I sensed the moment Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart. So you think he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the mood matrix can do for you. I went to see Juniper in a waiting room, but she wasn't there. He was surprised. When I walked by that Philly costume, I was like, whoa! He was happy, because it's a cool costume. It was about to fall over. That's when he was nervous. I got that paint on me when I caught it. Surprised. Why is he mad? Newman, this emotion is consistent with your testimony. What are you talking about? Not true! Testosterone full stubbornness! Yikes, I wouldn't really call that emotion. So him being mad isn't weird. I guess he's very surprised here. Is that weird? That seems pretty normal to me. Do I just have to hit everything? I mean, I guess, why is he happy? Is that weird? When you mention the stage costume, I sense a sudden and powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Wait. What? Why would a frilly skirt thing and a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Like I'd be into that kind of thing? I'm a dude and I'm into braces! Guys, it's okay. It's 2025. Guys can wear dresses. Guys, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You don't think Robin actually got a thing for Juniper's outfit, do you? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. No way, man! The mannequin came falling toward me, so I stuck out my hand to stop it. End of story. That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Huh. Even after that update, something just doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything that could prove this statement contradicts what really happened? Do I? Probably not that. Not that. How... Why is it impossible that it came falling towards? I mean, I guess I could just present this to see why not. Why not? This is like the only thing that relates.
Take that!
This piece of evidence clearly shows the contradiction. Nope. Is your existence! I mean, I kind of want to see the picture.
Take that!
Is that it, or is this the picture of his hands again? Okay, this is it. You said the mannequin came falling towards you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it. If so, then the fingers of your hands would have been pointed outward like this. But it's not what the handprints show. Oh, yeah. In fact, this looks more like just your thumbs in the base of your palm. Why in the world would I leave such weird handprints? You know why. You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? You really do like Miss Wood's clothes, don't you? Fine, I admit to putting the costume on. But I don't like girly clothes, man! Interesting thing to be reading. Wow, only 90%. I've got a lot of work to do. Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. This guy's so yelly. I snuck in knowing the costume was there. Immediately it's like, oh, why are you sad? There, another emotion that doesn't fit. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man! Mr. Newman, you get excited when you put that costume on. But you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? No big deal! Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why do you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? No! You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you were sad. Okay, fine! If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you! The reason I felt sad is... No matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper! Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help. No! That's not it! I totally owned those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty. But there's something that keeps getting in my way! Okay, I did not expect to... I mean, hey, go for it, man. I bet you look great. Whoa, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. So just crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions. We saw those during Ninetales' Veil incident. So all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger? Right. Help me look for a conflict between the statements and the images we see. If we can find that we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him, Mr. Newman said that there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes, but what could it be? Fine, I'll testify, man! Or girly clothes. Info update. Felt so right. I was totally dressed up like a girl. Felt like a diva when I pulled out the hood over my head. Maybe he didn't like the brace. The brace didn't make it come together? Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger towards your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you think you should be? Huh? What? Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man. This is the symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off. Is it you can't take it off? Or is it you don't want to take it off? Man, I should get my big mouth shut. This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger towards his brace. Oh, is he actually a girl and it's like a boob thing? Which he calls a symbol of masculinity. But he can't take it off, not even when he's trying to look pretty? Could he probably with a complicated relationship with his brace? God, Blackwell's like, man, we sure are just kind of doing this shit, huh? This has like nothing to do with the murder. But I guess it was kind of my fault for bringing the whack job cardboard box in. So, have at it. Go off, I guess. I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Athena, you okay? It seems Robin is still hiding a secret. A big one. Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Juniper's looks? Yes, at least I think so. No, it can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman. What? I'm onto your little secret. And if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. You are a girl. Mr. Newman. Or should I say, Miss Newman? I mean, like, don't, I mean, like, pronouns are important, Athena. If she wants to be a he, let him be a he. You are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence. But that's what Robin's heart is shouting out, loud and clear. I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time.
I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a she, then she's the most convicting actress I have ever encountered. I mean, but like, we should use the proper pronouns, I mean, trans rights and all that. I am personally a huge proponent of trans rights. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin was without a question a man. Because I...
No! Oh! You know, because everyone needs a court verdict on what their gender is. God. Sarcasm.
You are now and truly Justice Donner's equal in one area. You are just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of masculine spirits. Oh. If you guys are done talking about me, dime.
The place, it's... Miss Sykes? No, allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs, but no. But, no way! Surely this must be some kind of jest. Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a what? Not saying that. As if. What an amazing transformation. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. Cowards. Ace Antonio, cowards. It could have just been a dude who likes dresses. You cowards. But it's fine, it's whatever. You live your life, Robin. I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted. But now, this living a lie that had me pinned to the ground, it's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena! I can stop pretending to be a prosecutor! I'm gonna be an artist! Yay!
Order! Order! What a shocking development! He really did turn out to be a she. I guess court has no place in talking about what people's genders and sex should be. Oh, I mean, valuable lessons.
Wow, everyone's really looking at me like that. I feel like a movie star or something. Where did you get that? But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. A-OK. My pics, you'll regret it, man! Am I just imagining things, or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest? Literally.
This is all well and good, translates, but does he, being a she, actually change anything?
The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things, because there is now a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate.
Oh, very well. Let's see what the defense has for us now. What piece of evidence must we reconsider now that we know the witness is a girl?
Is it the tape? Oh boy. Hey, thanks for being vulnerable and coming out. Are you a murderer? This is what I'd like the court to reconsider.
Oh, the tape recorder. The one that recorded the threat. You're a goner?
That's right. And we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. All the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect.
Oh, so then...
That's right. The witness just revealed that she's a girl, therefore... If we're using the voice in this recording as the basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled a suspect too. Oh no! Wow, talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecutor's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one.
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that the only one person here was privy to the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect.
But Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl, both at the crime scene and in court. I'd say that puts her in camp suspicion. That's not nice, Athena. How can you accuse me of being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about murder makes me...
Objection!
Suspicious as suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal offender,
Juniper Woods. By leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body, that would make her an accessory to the crime.
But how can you say that? I'm not accessory to any kind, Mr. Birdman.
The Birdman! I hurt my feelings. In any event, with the witness as an accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not?
He made it all make sense somehow. And he'll keep accusing Junie unless we can show someone else who knew the script's details. But how could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info?
The only way that they could have known what was in the script was if they... penned the script. No, that was Junie. Saw the mock trial, that's impossible. So I guess heard it from Junie. Sorry, Junie, but you're not going to like this. Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone. What the devil? I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution, but immediately and changed it back. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman. I get it. If Robin won, he wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper. Right, Junie was probably trying to keep their friendship from being awkward.
How could you, Athena? What a bunch of bull! I never heard a word about the script from Juniper! Never, ever!
You sure? Can you look me in the eye and say you didn't? B-A-D, Athena.
You don't have any evidence!
Actually, we might have just the thing. Really? Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. Here's a shot in the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Cordy who was posed as the corpse. Here was a forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by that Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatsuit."
S-U-R-E. Sure, I might have said that. But so what?
Well, think of it this way, Athena.
Yeah, which way exactly?
If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? The red suit. I think I got it. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that Miss Newman knew the contents of the script. The defense moves to present said evidence to the court. Very well, Miss Sykes. I have no idea what this is. Present away. Need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. I actually haven't read this. Meet with Hugh about that report yesterday. Important. Prep for the mock trial. Meet with Mr. Wright about... So this says nothing about... I've already forgotten the name. It's definitely not this. Is it the body was protruding arrow from the quad, but the motor wasn't all on the floor. The body was shot from the third floor. Oh, the victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor's office. It was supposed to be red.
Take that!
The mock trial script. Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you reacted by saying, "Oh, it's a green suit."
Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point?
You seem to have some issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why.
The proof is in the script, specifically on the Things to Prepare page. Sweatsuit, victim's outfit will be red one from the prosecutor's chorus. I read that so bad. You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you didn't know about the script's content, then that shouldn't have surprised you. No! I thought we were friends, Athena. How could I have been so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I move to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor.
You what?
If knowing script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others beside me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Quart's note. Note? What note? Professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for the mock trial. But only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. But that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously going to suggest? Eek, but it's the truth. Professor Cordy did do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself about the props and the details about the victim's B-O-D-Y body. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. So I took a picture of the note. I'd say she's telling the truth. Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Apparently, this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackwell would have us believe. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case.
Oh-ho!
Objection!
Bully for you, miss. But don't you think this spells victory? And why not? The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit, so put away your wooden sword. And show me what you are truly capable of if you wish to live. You want it? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it. Actually, I think I'm gonna call it there. It's been going 3.5 hours. I'm gonna call the stream there, and then next stream I'll probably finish up the case and do investigation or something like that. Who's streaming? Oh, I got a follow. Nice. Come on. Slash raid. Hey, cool. Shailene's streaming. Oh, they're doing streaming D&D. Hell yeah. Command copy. Alright, good stream, guys. Good day, good day. Have a good one. Peace, peace. And toodaloo.